Welcome back. It's Thirsty Thursday, and there's all kinds of go-to liquors when it comes to cocktails. The ones that we know, whiskey, rum, vodka, tequila. But I've never tried shochu. Have you ever heard? I never even heard of it before today.
I've never tried it, heard of it, but I'm excited to check it out. The traditional Japanese liqueur is slowly breaking into American drinking culture. And joining us live to tell us more about shochu and all kinds of cocktails you can shake up with it is master mixologist Natasha Velez. Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Doing great. Excited to learn about this. So what exactly is shochu?
So shochu is a clear white spirit. It's usually made out of vegetables or grains, mainly barley, sweet potato, rice. And it is one of the native spirits of Japan. It's different to sake. A lot of people say, like, isn't it just like sake? Sake is brewed. This is going to be distilled, and it's going to be basically comparable to your vodkas or your gins, but at a lower ABV. This specifically is Ichiko Silhouette, and this one's going to be at 25 ABV. And then we also have another expression that's going to be Ichiko Saitan, which is going to be one of the first umami spirits in the world at 43 ABV. So, this is going to be a little bit softer on the palate. It's going to be peach, plum, a lot of stone fruit, very delicate. It has a very smooth finish. It's traditionally drank on the rocks. It's also made into a shuhai, which is kind of what we're making today. Shuhai means shoshu highball. And today we're going to make a blood orange one.
Yum. That sounds great.
It really does. I'm glad you asked, because that was going to be one of my questions is, how does it relate, or what are the similarities and differences to sake? So I was curious about that. So we crushed that explanation. Go ahead and take us through this blood orange. I don't want to mispronounce it. Can you say it one more time?
Shuhai.
The shuhai. So it's like, take us through it.
So shuhai is going to be usually a little bit of citrus, soda, shochu. So we're going to use 2 ounces of Ichiko Silhouette over here.
Okay.
And I'm using some clear ice at home in a highball. You can have it however you like. I like to add ½ ounce of lemon juice just to give it a little bit of pop. If you have a blood orange, you can also use that. I also found the Pellegrino Aranciata, the blood orange one, and I like to add that in there.
There you go. Fun little pop of color.
Yeah, and I found these beautiful blood oranges at the grocery store, so why not include them there? And there you have it. It's very easy. It's a very refreshing cocktail that kind of will pair with almost anything, well, actually everything that you throw at it. I had it with Peruvian food. I had it with steaks the other day. It just blends well with everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I like that you said it's a little bit lower ABV. So if someone's looking for a low alcohol cocktail, this might be a good option.
Yes, and another thing that's really special about shochu is that it's distilled only once and has no sugar added. So it's one of the very few spirits that has that going for it, and it's a lot healthier in that perspective.
That is fantastic.
I was going to say, this is sounding like the perfect, New Year's, refresh, restart, maybe a good option.
I mean, it's like, we love our beer and wine, but it's nice to have that option where you can just kind of cut back on the sugar and the caloric intake and still, enjoy a cocktail. So that's an awesome option. How can people find this? How can people kind of get into shochu?
So if you go online to ichiko.com, we have a locator there, and you can find Ichiko near you. You can also put it on Drizzly, Reserve Bar, and Instacart as well.
Okay, and now tell me about the other one here, this other expression that you said it was the Saitan. How is that more of an umami kind of spirit? What would you recommend for that?
So with that one, you can actually try it with anything. So I've tried it against Bloody Marys, daiquiris, Manhattans. It's made for bartenders to use it for mixability. Since this has a lower ABV, that one is made at a higher ABV, so it can stand strong against other flavors like ginger, yuzu, even Bloody Marys and tomato juice. It just has so much expression, and with each cocktail, you're gonna have a different flavor profile to it because it just brings so much into it. It's umami because they're using 100% koji barley. And that just leaves traces of amino acids, which is what in scientific terms means umami.
Oh, that is it's just so fascinating. What a versatile
I was going to say
drink.
it runs the gamut, sweet to savory, and I'm sure it would be really interesting paired with some stuff too, since it's got the umami going in there too.
No doubt about it.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for introducing us to Shochu. Master mixologist Natasha Velez, great to talk with you. I feel like I've learned something
like
cool.
I've never heard of this this liquor before today, and not only do I know what it is now I have a cocktail recipe I can try.
I'm gonna
so
be very trendy
call
at the
that a
bar.
win.
Sound like I know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for mixing up some drinks with us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, and of course you can go check out Ichiko Shochu by finding it at a liquor store near you, or check out the website, as she mentioned, ichiko.com, if you want to learn more and order.